Hey guys, it's Shari. And yes, once again, I am late. It is November 9th, 2023, and this is my October update. At least I think it's going to be mostly October update. Well, let's see. So, I guess I should do the things that everybody else does. This is a channel that is essentially about cross stitch. A lot of other junk we cover in here too, but mostly cross stitch. Do a little quilting here and there, a little bit of diamond painting here and there, mostly cross stitch. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Shari. I'm a 50-something nurse practitioner living in Corpus Christi, Texas, which is gloomy as hell right now. I hate gloomy days. I love my sunshine. It's cold in my house. That's why I have a hoodie on. Because we keep the air conditioner on because it's really humid outside. Most people have a hoodie on because it's hot out. I mean, cold, right? No, it's like 80 degrees still here. So yeah, it's warm, but it's cool in the house. Anyway, back to welcomes. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I had a channel. Gosh, when did I start? 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. Did for several years and then got really busy with the kids in high school and work because I took a promotion to the director position and just things got crazy. I didn't have enough time for this. And I felt like I was spending more time doing this than I was stitching, and that was more important. So I stopped. I'm back. It's not as consistent as I would like it to be. And I keep saying I should probably do little tidbits every week, like I used to do, and then put it all together in one. And maybe that would be the better thing to do because it doesn't take as much time, because editing a video for the whole month takes a little more time. But anyway, that's me. Married, 2 kids, both in college, so I have no money. They're both in engineering school, which is a 5-year program, no matter where you go. And one's in chemical, one's in electrical. And yeah, life has calmed down a little bit. But with, we've had some other crazy stuff going on. Mom diagnosed with chemo last year. Diagnosed with chronic lymphoblastic leukemia last year, went through chemo, all kinds of crazy stuff. Had my shoulder surgery done. It's doing great. Woo! I can move it all around. Back in the gym, getting it strengthened up because it is still, 6 months of really not using it. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here. That is me. I am a blabbermouth, and I get squirrel, shiny objects distract me. So if you're new, thank you for coming. Been in the floss tube community for a long time. Still have my favorites that I watch on a regular basis. I don't watch nearly as much as I used to because I just don't have time. And I always watch. I'm terrible about commenting, and something really, really strikes me, I'll comment, but for the most part, I don't. I like videos and move on. But it's on autoplay, and so I may not even be touching it. I'm just listening to and glancing at. But welcome. Thank you for coming. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for sticking with me. Love having y'all here. I love seeing comments. I may not always respond unless you ask me a direct question. Just heart little comment so I read it, and I appreciate every single one of them. I should probably put that on mute because that is not going to stop. Because I'm still using my new fancy speakerphone / microphone, noise canceling, so you might not have even heard that. But it's pretty cool. It's from Dell. I like it. And I think the sound turned out pretty good on last month's video with it. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, thanks for being here. So October update, life update. In October, I went to, let's see, how did the month start in October? October was all about Whips Be Gone, but we'll talk about that when we get to stitching update, life update though. Everybody's doing good. Mom had her final PET scan. I may have talked about this last month. I don't remember exactly when that was, but we got results the very end of September, and she is considered in full remission. So that's all good. And then not literally the weekend after that. Went to Wisconsin for work. My sister and her significant other have a weekend place up there, a barn dominium kind of thing. And so we went up. Kevin went with me, went a couple of days early and spent some time with them the weekend before. And then Monday, Kevin was off work, and that was a travel day for me to get from where I needed to go to the site I was working at. So we were able to go by the, let me see if I can get it right, Experimental Aircraft Association, EAA, in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, to the museum. That is phenomenal. If you ever get the chance, if you're interested in airplanes, go and have a peek. It was really cool. We're planning on actually doing the Oshkosh fly-in this coming summer. And so really wanted to get more information about what all that means and camping. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be cool stuff. I'm hoping the weather is not too hot because I would really like to be able to camp without sweating my butt off. We're planning on bringing a fan, but no air conditioning, right? It's June in northern Wisconsin. I think we'll probably be okay. If you're from Wisconsin, from that area, let me know. Hopefully it won't rain because I haven't tent camped in a really long time. So I was up there until 13th. Look at the calendar. Too far back. Yep. Flew home on the 13th, Friday the 13th, and it poured rain the night before. What did we do that weekend? I have no idea. But then, was it the following week after? No, the week after that. Was home for a week. I don't remember if we had to go to San Antonio that week or not. And then the following week, the week of the 23rd, I had a corporate meeting, at our corporate offices in Brentwood, Tennessee. And so flew out there for that for 3 days. I had a really good time seeing people I hadn't seen in person since pre-COVID, and then meeting all of the new team members that had been brought on since then. So it was really good. We did some good team building, had way too much good food and, covered some stuff, found some gaps, as people get to working in silos, but that's okay. That's what it was for. And it was fantastic. And now we're working on closing those babies up. So like I said, I am a nurse practitioner. So if you didn't know me, I haven't worked in the office seeing patients in quite some time. I'm director of clinical quality and education for a large company. And it's fun though. It's exciting. And I still do active training. That's why I was in Wisconsin. So my previous boss, whose job I took when she retired, she didn't actively train in the field still. And I think that's a mistake. I think you should still be able to do everything that you're asking your folks to do. And that way you know what's working in the health centers and what's not. So yeah, I like to get out in the field and train. It's good stuff. Okay, so Stitchy Progress. I think that's where we're going next. Yeah, Stitchy Progress. October was all about Whips Be Gone. Whips Be Gone is a program started by Leanne, the devoted quilter on Instagram. She also has a blog and some other things that you can find her on. She is a quilter and quilt designer, quilt teacher. She does all kinds of stuff. But she started, I think this is year number 3 or 4. I don't remember. But I've done it, I think, for the last 3 years. And so basically the first time I did it was 3 months long. It was from like the beginning of October all the way to the end of December. But the last 2 years she's done beginning of October through the end of November. And basically you pick projects that are close to being done that you can, whip them out, get them done. And last year I actually did some quilting stuff in there too and was able to get a couple of things finished, which was awesome. But this year I did, and she gives you all kinds of cute little things to work with it. So, and do I have it actually in front of me? Thank you. I'm just going to show you on my phone, but you know what? I have it right here printed out. So you can print off a project list. And you see, look at all those check marks. Oh, I've gotten so many things done. And then, and you can there's lots of different little coloring guides. So you can, how many days you've actually stitched or worked on projects during the month, during the time period. This is for the whole 61 days. I believe it's 61 days because October, November. Yeah, that'd be 61. And so, yep, I have worked on something every single day. I've not missed a day of stitching yet. But yeah, and then she does check-in. Now she's had to change how she does the check-ins because there's prizes, right? Prizes. They are random. It's not because, who gets the most done. It's just prizes. And so because of the way Instagram changed their algorithm and how things get timed, I don't know. Beyond me. Don't know, don't care. She had to change it to where you fill out a Google form and then just did a random draw from that. But it's all good. All good. And it's definitely fun. It definitely makes you focus on things and get some stuff done, in hopes of, clearing out some of those whips. And so for any of y'all who don't know me, I have a really high whip count. But my philosophy on whips is, what is the difference if it's kitted up in your stash versus started in your whip pile? What's the difference? Right? There is no difference. I do track all of my stitching in Stitch Plus. And so if y'all didn't know this, I did not realize this when I first got it. With the Stitch Plus app, pop out and back in. Okay. So looks like that. That's all. I made that. That's my daughter's little bat. He's adorable. Under the settings button, yes, I have a Samsung Fold phone and I love it. Settings button, you have stash stats, journal stats, and it will tell you how many you have. So I currently have 238 whips. I have, since I started keeping track, 259 finishes. And then it keeps your project history in there. I don't know if you can see that, if it's backward or not. So previous year started 41, previous year completed 24, current year started is 20, current year completed is 12. 7 of those in the last month and 9 days. So that's kind of crazy, right? But this year I was working on all of my whips, literally going through from the oldest whip to the newest whip. And you don't get a lot of things done that way, but it's pretty cool that you can keep track of all of your stuff like that. And I love, this is a new feature on the newer version of the Stitch app. So pretty cool. Okay, so we talked about Whips Be Gone, but now let's talk about what all it did on Whips Be Gone. So as October started, I guess I wasn't at home. I think I was in San Antonio when October first started. So I didn't have my oldest whip with me, which I'll talk about in a minute. And so I created my list. First one, I'll just read them to you. It's easier than you trying to read my handwriting. My Last Supper, which is my oldest whip. It's been around since like 2005, 2006. But that's, I think, literally the oldest. And then after that, we're up to like 15, 16. I wanted to get a page finish on that because I've been trying to work on it a little bit every single day to get it done. It's huge. We'll look at it in a minute. Hummingbird by Alforst Embroidery, which you'll see in a sec. Several Mill Hill kits that I started last year that I wanted to get finished because I want them on my tree. Chalkboard Christmas ornaments. Then I did Seasons in Chalk Art Winter, which is I have not worked on that yet. That's close to a finish though. Gather Butterflies, which is one of the Gather Round series by Kathy Hopperman. Home Crazy Home, which is a small dimensions kit, which is pretty close to being done. The Toyland Slate Ornament, Traditional Slate Ornament, Celestial Slate Ornament, Holiday Flamingo Ornament. All of those are Mill Hill kits. And then Hungarian Folk Art Part 3 by Blend in Place. Now, me being the super optimistic person that I always am, and I'm not saying that jokingly, I really am. I think I can get so much more done than I can. I made an additional list to include Russian Windows by Alforst Embroidery, Music Note Silhouette by Charting Creations, Good Tidings by Drawn Thread, Wedding Row by Creek, I think. Linen and Threads, their 2015 or 2016 style. I wanted to get the next part finished. And then I was going to reward myself with a new start. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the Not My Bullshit, Not My Pasture, Not My Bullshit by Dirty Annie. So much. There's no way I'm going to get all that done. It's just not going to happen. But let's go and look at what I actually did get done. So the first thing I worked on, obviously, since I was not home, I had did not have my big project with me because it sits on the my Lowry frame over here next to my desk. But I had our forest embroidery hummingbird with me, and that has been worked on. So for several days that I got finished. That is it. I did not use the call for colors. Well, I used the call for DMC. I did not order the colors from Our Forest Embroidery. I started this as part of the Reflections Framing Our Forest Embroidery Start Along. And it turned out really cute. And there's one really big mistake in it right there, but I don't care. It'll be fine. And that will probably get turned into a pillow for my mom because she loves hummingbirds. Next up, remember I'm doing my Songbird Garden series, doing the new start every month. To get that whole series started at least. Again, what's the difference if it started in your stash versus sitting in the stash kitted up? Anyway, October was Sing for Joy, the house finch and coneflowers. And this, oops, I picked up thread there, is being done on Adventuring by the Stitchy Fabrics and 28 count opal Lugana, no, 32 count opal Lugana, excuse me. I'm lying. I did not get a lot done on this. Yeah. We go like that, and you really can't see that's such a pale pink that goes in there. I believe that is probably like those flowers right there in the middle, because I'm a middle starter. Anyway, or is the bottom of these flowers? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Didn't get a lot started, but it started. When I want to work on it again, it's ready to go. And then that got put away. Uh-oh. Okay, floss is in there. Yes, different outfit, different day. It is November 10th. I accidentally didn't record a piece of my stitching progress. So we're back. So I can get this recorded and done. Oh my goodness, because I'm already 10 days behind. It's junk in the way. Okay, so what didn't get recorded? The last thing that I showed you that I think was my new start for October 1st, the Songbird Garden series. Next thing I worked on was my oldest whip, which is The Last Supper. It is a Dimensions leaflet, no, Leisure Arts leaflet. That guy. And I think it was adapted by Sandy Orton. There we go. So I did get a page finish, which was my goal for Let's Be Gone 2023. And that is, so all of the page ends like right here. All of the back stitching is done. Completed makes such a difference, right? You see the difference between these two guys and those two guys. Way different once the back stitching is in. So I am now have moved the Q-snap over and working my way across. It is, well, I don't want to unroll that whole thing because it's a pain in the butt to put it all back on. But I'm done to literally the middle. That's about where it's finished too. And so my plan is to finish stitching across the back stitching across to the middle, and then of course stitch the middle on over to the other side, and then do the same thing, working the back stitching back to the middle again, because you have to. I don't think I could back stitch as I go. I think there's just it's too much detail. It would get lost in the shuffle. So after I finished that, I worked some more on Hummingbird by Al Force, but you saw that already. And then my first actual finish of Whips Be Gone was my page finish on The Last Supper. Yeah, definitely. Next one was my first Mill Hill kit, which is called Chalkboard Christmas. And Merry Christmas. Very cute, right? And just gotta put the backing on it with the little magnet that's sitting over there. Next one, and then that one I worked on when I was in San Antonio as well. Then we came home and I had Stitchy Day in Rockport at Sew by the Bay Quilts, where I met up with my stitchy buddy Regina. And I don't think she does costume. I'm gonna have to talk her into that. The next one I did was Holiday Flamingo. Isn't that little guy just too stinking cute? Trying to hold him and you can see those little legs took forever because you have to go all the way down, put on the five little beads for the toes, and then go all the way back up and all the way back down to the next toe. It was interesting. It took some figuring out because obviously your needle's not that long, so you had to come out part way. It was interesting. You see, I actually have the backing on this one. This is just adhesive foam, real thin adhesive foam, and they put the magnet on. I just glued it on. I bought this nice big set of this adhesive foam in multicolors to be able to use on the backs of all of my little Mill Hill kits. Fixed this one that day because I bought it on the way home because I finished it while we were stitching at the shop, and promptly did this one and finished it. And then the rest of the day I was cleaning my sewing room, which was a disaster area, and I have put it away so good I cannot find it. So there's that. Yeah, I have no idea where it's at. The next thing I worked on was in addition to working on during the same whole time, working on the hummingbird, was Celestial Sleigh, another one of the Mill Hill kits that I wanted to get done. And I finished it. And then I put it away somewhere. And I have no idea where it is. Literally cannot find it. I got a picture of it. That's it, finished. Took that picture on my kitchen table. Don't know where it is. Gotta find it. Because it's really pretty. It's probably my favorite one. Really, really liked it. And then since I finished Hummingbird right before I finished that one, because I put these in my first, the little Mill Hill kits, because they travel well. And that's when I started on, or not started, but when I started working on Hungarian Folk Art number 3 by Blend in Place, which looks like that. I do have number 1 and number 2 that are already started, and number 3, this is number 3, and number 4, which is like an Easter basket. I've not started number 4. If you remember watching my video from over the summer when I went to Color and Cotton in St. Louis, that's where I bought. It's in that stash. This is where I am on Hungarian Folk Art number 3. I have to finish a little bit here, and then there's obviously, well, it's going to look just like this side. I have to finish the pieces over here, and then it's ready for beads. And it has a crap ton of beads. I got the whole kit from Gron Stitchery. That's all the beads. Picked up with that baby. So, yeah. Gonna be a little bit of bead. I was hoping to finish this stitching tonight, but I don't think that's gonna happen because we had Jingle Ball practice. And yeah, not gonna happen. Cute, huh? I made that. Easy peasy. I like great big bags. I like to be able to put the whole snap in there. Okay, so like I said, I put the Mill Hill kits in my purse because they travel well. So the next one I worked on is, I believe this one is Toyland Sleigh. Double check. Yep. And Toyland Sleigh. That one took a couple of days to finish once I got it started. Little bear there came out of the bag tarnished like that, which is terrible because it shouldn't be tarnished like that. Fresh on the back, it hadn't been opened. So, whatever. I don't know why it's all tarnished. Again, I need to finish the back. And then that pretty much ended up October stitching because I think I got the rest of them in the next segment where I remembered to press record. So I'm gonna stick this piece in there and get it published. So see y'all later. Let's try this again. I just did that whole last segment without recording. Okay. November 1st start. Autumn Dream. by Cottage Garden Sampling, Songbird Garden Series number 11, Tufted Titmouse and Bittersweet. Pretty cute, right? He's cute. I like that little pumpkin house. Being done on 32 count Lugana in Hestia by Under the Sea Fabrics. And this is not showing up good color-wise. It is way more orangey, ray orange than that. But that's my little bird. He's showing up pretty cute. Yes, the color is not showing up appropriately though. So immediately started again. Started in the stash versus in the stash. So here. And then so we're in November for sure at this point. I started, well, I didn't start, I started working on the next sleigh, and that one is traditional sleigh, I believe so. So got that one all finished. That one took me 2 days to finish. You see how bright and shiny that little Santa is. All of the charms should be that shiny when they come out of the package. I don't know why that little bear was so tarnished, but I think it's just because it's so gloomy outside, but this is just not showing up as bright as it should. Anyway, they're so pretty. You gotta find my backing stuff. It doesn't call for the beads, the beaded thing to all be, it says put them all in one color, but I like mixing in the contrasting color. Like this one I did in green and gold. And then this one I did in red and gold. They give you so many extra beads. I guess they're afraid you're gonna lose them. But yeah, I do pretty good. I put them on, the little sticky thing. And they don't seem to disappear too bad. Carry this on the plane with me. I beaded the whole way home on a trip from Nashville. And it was so funny when the guys, I was luckily had a first class upgrade, and he was like just amazed that I did that the whole plane ride and didn't lose anything. Oh, that's it for stitching. Gonna keep working on Hungarian folk art till it's done, and that includes beading, and hopefully move on to Seasons in Chalk Art. Winter will be the one I start on after that. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and then we are going to talk about stash. So, oh, isn't that what how Olivia does it? Oh. So, haul time. I did not pick up my spooky box from Under the Sea Fabrics until this past week. Oh. I did really good not watching anybody else's videos because I did not want to see them. And we'll get into the projects that come out of there in just a second. But first, let's see, what else did I get during the last couple of weeks? All my stuff that I picked up here, there, and everywhere. Let's see, I have stuff everywhere. Apparently I had 2 fabrics of the month to pick up. Okay, I think we're good. So, ordered that from 123 Stitch. Enjoy the stitch. I think I get from 123 Stitch. There was something else. Oh, the Summer Quaker by Luna Studio. I had ordered it from Leslie, but she was having a hard time getting it to come in, so she told me to just go ahead and order off 123. Go put it. I have the spring one too. These will probably be starts for next year. I'm assuming they're going to make an autumn and winter, so fingers crossed. And then when I went to pick up my spooky box, I had to add that to the basket from Meridian Designs. Graveyard Shift, the whole trio, and you can get the mounting boards. I don't know what you want to call them. The display. I actually did that on perforated paper, but you can get the display stuff from Scarlet Sky Designs, Texas. So cool. And then my Nora Corbett came in. That one, I really like that. Just a floral, very pretty. This one that somebody said looks like a woman's reproductive system, and now I can't unsee it, but they're right. Of course, I got my, oh, look at that. Picked up another Mill Hook kit and got my latest cross stitch, just cross stitch it's right there on the back. That's funny. That's the one that I like the most of that. It's called Baking Spirit Sprite. Like instead of making baking, get it? We'll play on words there. I hate to say it, but I didn't really see anything in here that I would stitch. I have really been rather disappointed with projects in here lately. There may be one that I was probably due in here. Let's see if I can find it real quick and show you. Let's see if it's gone. So I'm going back on that one. Of course, it's got the pattern on the stupid page. It's called Baked with Loves. And it goes around a rolling pin. It's kind of cute, right? You might do that and put it on like an antique rolling pin. It'd be kind of cute. And then two fabrics. These are both my fabrics of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. This one is Ashera, 32 count linen. Camera is just their focus, not picking up colors very good today. It's got more aqua-y color in it. Maybe that's getting better. Like that aqua-y color. And then this one is Orange Pico. That's pretty close. It's maybe a little bit more orangey than the pink that it's shown up there. So that turned out cute. I like my fabrics. Now let's talk about Spooky Box. First and foremost, isn't this just the cutest little needle minder you've ever seen? It says, boom, like you stitched the little thing, boom. And then you get this. So this is the same gremlin guy. And he says, I keep your your shiny stabby safe. I probably can't read that across the top of there. It's a little dark. And it's just a cute little needle holder. Cute stuff, right? You always get so many cute little goodies. This little guy has already been attached to my scissors. Little bob with that bat on there. So cute. And then this one I absolutely love. Mermaid skeleton. That scissor. Well, it was actually attached to a lane tool, but I don't use lane tools, so I took it off and put it on my scissors. And then my daughter stole one of them, but I don't remember which one it was. A bat or a ghost or something that she's now put on her purse, on her wallet or something. And then there was candy in it. Of course, I ate that already. And then 4 full projects. And so I kitted them all up so I wouldn't lose the pieces. Let's try not to touch the sound bar thing. I put all my little Mill Hill guys over here. Hopefully I can find the other one. Still no idea where that damn thing is. Okay. First pattern. So if you haven't opened your spooky box yet, good Lord, it's the 9th of November. Sorry, spoilers. This one, Quirky Quaker Moth Man from Darlene and Whimsy Designs. Too cute, right? You get all of the stuff that goes with it. He goes on. Point Pleasant Evening at 32 count Opal Lugana. That's showing up pretty good. And then you get down here, Night Stalkers Calling Cloth. And Beware of the Red Eyes. And I can't read the other one. But the cloth that goes with needle. And the hoop to put it in to finish it when you're done. And that's already wrapped. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's like already wrapped with ribbon. So it's finished. So pretty quick Moth Man. Very cute. Love these little quickie quickers. I have several that I need to do. Next up is the Irresistible Motifs by Odd and Familiar, which if you're not familiar with that designer, that is Amy Jane, who works at the shop, is designing those. They trying to get the better light, but it's a bunch of cute little motifs. And it goes on this cute little piece of fabric that is Minerva, 32 count local down. That's what I got all of mine in. So you can't see the sparkles. There you kind of can. And it is done in Gloriana Royal Plum. And couldn't read it. It's very good. Pretty. And then here is the tin with all of the stuff that you finish it with. Cute. I've never finished anything in a tin, although I have wanted to try. And I'm wondering if you could spray paint it black. That might be cool. You have to try that. With a black or something. I think my husband has some black paint over everything. And then I'm going from smallest to biggest on projects. Next one up is the Coral Reef Skeleton by Ardith Designs. So skeleton that's been into the coral reef. There's the top. This one goes on Neptune 32 count Lugana. Losing the needle. That's the bead needle. Beautiful fabric. And there are a ton of beads in this one. And fibers. And so here, oh, lofty bitchy nose. You got some, what are these? Forbidden Fiber Company, different colors for that. And then I'm not sure what those sparkly, oh, it says actually says Ardith Designs on the sparkly things in there. So I thought it was red. And then a bunch of different funky beads go in there. So that's going to be fun. I love the bright colors. That's probably my favorite one of the bunch. It's really cute because I love the colors. That blue is totally me, but this one is awesome. Wow. Ooh, it's just getting gloomier and gloomier up, guys. It's gonna start pouring. This one is by Dirty Annie's Southern Style called Bloody McKenzie. So take a peek at that. And I don't know if you can read that. I'm gonna try to read it backward and I can't. Bloody McKenzie, come out if you dare with the sneck and come out if you dare, draw the sneck and lift the bar. I'm not sure exactly what sneck means. I don't know if that's like draw the thing that locks the door, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to read you the stuff, but this is the actual Bloody McKenzie and his mausoleum in, I think this is Scotland. Let me read you this little thing. 17th century Scotland. Actually, this is really long. I won't read you the whole thing, but it's really cool. Anyway, this guy was a butthead and basically tried to enforce some religious law when King Charles introduced the Common Book of Prayer. And he was a butt, and that's where he was buried. And apparently, supposedly he haunted. But very cool story. And let's see what else. This one goes on, and this one goes on Greyfriars Kirkyard, 32 count Lugana again. Looks like that. And I actually saw this one done in the shop, the model. It's so cute. And has a whole sleeve thread. And oh, these are DMCs. Okay. Both are DMC threads. But look, they're all ready to go for you. Yay. So that was my spooky box. I was lucky enough to get in and order one of the very limited Christmas boxes. So can't wait to see that. And bare bones retreat in January, going to that. The Stitching Sirens retreat in June. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that one or not because I'm going to be really busy at work in May and June. It's going to be a little crazy. So, kind of already started talking about plans, but let's talk about plans some more. Basically, the rest of this month is going to be working on Whips Be Gone. I'm hoping to finish at least 2 more projects. I'd love to finish Hungarian folk art and the Seasons of Chalk Art Adventure. That would be amazing if I could do that. 1st of December, of course, and I might be able to have some time off at Thanksgiving. Fingers crossed. And then December 1st, of course, I will start the last Songbird Garden Series number 12, which I have kitted up. I don't remember where it's at. Songbird Garden Series number 12. The last one is going to be Heart Full of Gratitude. Kind of see that? It is a dark-eyed Junco and Roses. I'm trying to read that. I don't know what a Junco is. What is it kind of bird? Oh, well, that was the other thing I did for Stash. Was I hit up all the weeks that works. This one is going on the Stitch Me Pink Chocolate 32 count opal Lugana. Looks, oh no, that's bad. That looks really gray. It's way more pink than that. It's like a little pinky lavender. I wish, I don't know. It's gloomy. That's the reason why. I would usually get really good color with the sun coming in, but it's too gloomy. So I'll start that on December 1st. And then depending on what I was able to finish with Whips Be Gone, I may or may not go back to working on my whips and finish going through all of my whips from the beginning to end. I signed up for the new Cottage Garden Sampling Fancy House series. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember exactly. Free Alfred's doing auto ship on that, so I signed up for that the other day. And other plans. Stitch, much as I can, right? I'm forgetting something. Oh, duh. It's like, what did I want to talk about in plans? So, Jingle Ball is the 1st of December, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of December. If you have not signed up, you totally should. It is a blast. I did it last year, had an absolute ball. Got to talk to so many fun people and meet, virtually meet new people. It was absolutely fantastic. Ended up doing a lot of tech support off the side of the desk because we ended up moving, I think, mostly to Zoom meetings because the platform last year just couldn't handle it. And that turned into kind of a side gig for me. So I'm not sure if I should talk about this or not, but I'm going to anyway. So staff from Lindy Stitches sent me an email almost immediately afterward and said, would I be interested in doing tech support for this year? And I said, sure. And so, yeah, I'm going to be tech support for the Jingle Ball this year, which is kind of cool. And we actually had one practice session already, and we have another one coming up tomorrow evening. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I have had some good experience. The new platform is pretty cool. Seems pretty intuitive. So it's not Zoom. It's definitely pretty easy to navigate. So looking forward to that. And hopefully we'll get to see y'all for Jingle Ball. And then, of course, we have, Turkey Day stuff coming up. Christmas. I haven't even started shopping. So just give the kids money, right? But that's, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, all those good things. And I hope to see you in a month or less, 3 weeks, hopefully. Fingers crossed. End of Whips Be Gone. So have a great day. Talk to you later. Happy stitching.